I want to share with you my summary on the introduction to Immortal Talks. So, Immortal Talks is written by Hanudas, who is a disciple of Gurudeva, and he is a devotee of Lord Hanuman. Immortal Lord Hanuman is considered one of the immortal gods. There are 7 gods according to Hinduism, and these are the messages that Hanuman has left for his devotees. So it is known as Immortal Talks. Okay, the book is known as Immortal Talks, and these messages were collected, and they were deciphered, and they were written in a book and given to others, shared in this book called Immortal Talks by Hanudas. How was Hanudas chosen? Because his soul got to hear from his Lord what was his soul's purpose of his birth, and who he was, and what he is headed, for what purpose he was born in this world. This information, or this thing, how did he come to know? Through his Gurudeva. Usually our souls don't get to listen to the words of the God because they are not free. The mind is not free. It always is fixed in so many thoughts, it's fixed in all the day-to-day activities, life, and also it is fixed on Maya, or the world. We always take instructions from Maya or the world, and the mind reacts according to it. But it should not be like that. It should be like it should receive its command from the soul. The mind should receive from the soul, and the mind must direct the world, or it should deal with the Maya or the world. So, what is the main thing that they are trying to say is that you must, living in this world, you must live unattached to the world. So many things will happen to you throughout the day, but your mind must not get fixed in any of it. You should not feel fear, or you should not feel sorry, you should not feel very happy, you should not have all these different feelings, you should not keep any thoughts in your mind as good and bad, nothing like that. You should just pass through day by day every day in this world in a manner that it doesn't affect you. Only then your soul will awaken. How? And then it will receive the instructions from the God, and then you'll know what is your purpose in this life, and you'll achieve what you are born for. So this is what is the thing which is taught. And so Hanudas goes on search of Lord Hanuman. How? By traveling all over the world. He travels so many places, different places, and doesn't allow his mind to form any thoughts. At a particular time his mind tingles on seeing the Matangs. Then he understands. His soul gives him direction that he should stay there and find out about these special people who have the ability to talk to God. So what he does, he stays there, and he first tries to ask the guru, or who is known as Baba of the tribe, about what is it that how is it that they are able to talk to God. But then vaspishly the guru refuses to give him any information. So then what he does, he and his 2 disciples, Swamiji and Guru Brahmacharya ji, they sit back disguised as some monks perched on a tree near in that forest dwelling, and they start watching these people for some clues, looking for some clues. Surreptitiously they try to watch and find out things that are happening among these Mahatangs. What happens is that on one such day, one lady faints and she falls, and then what happens is that suddenly she wakes up, and then at that moment again Hanudas gets that feeling of blankness or emptiness, or mind is totally free of any thoughts. That time he sees three lights that are like they are glimmering lights he sees, and that scene moves away within a second, and this lady who was moving with flailing hands, flapping hands and legs, she fainted and fell with a seizure. So suddenly she starts moving with flapping hands and all, and then she stands up, and then she joins her hands, and she she prays to them, and then she falls down, falls down. So through this thing, Hanudas understands that this is the place. This is a hint that yes, these people are able to see God and communicate with God. So what is that he finds among these people is, first he finds 7 sets of symbols, which are like, found in pottery on the walls and all that. And then he comes to know that he deciphers that these are messages that are left by Hanuman, and that Hanuman comes every 41 years to meet his disciples and give them messages or instructions and how to live in this life. So during the course of his stay over here, they later collects more than 1,000 such specific symbols or secrets, and then he deciphers them, and then he writes them down in a book, and that book is known as the Immortal Talks. Okay, in between, how does he become this kind of a person who looks for spirituality? Is first he loses his wife and then his child, and then he is very heartbroken, and at that moment he is feeling very hollow and he doesn't have any feelings. A strange sight he sees of Hanuman, whom he has no knowledge about, and then he comes to meet Gurudeva, his guru, and he tells him, yes, this is Hanumanji, and you have actually seen Hanumanji only, and that uh, and then he becomes a disciple, and after becoming disciple he becomes very involved in peace and rest in the spiritual pursuit. But again Gurudeva makes him aware that this is not your purpose. You have to aware soul is a pure soul. A pure soul will know who it is and where it is headed, so you need to find out your goal. So how you are going to find it out? By keeping your mind free of all kinds of thoughts. Okay, so he starts traveling all over the world, and he lulls his mind, and then his soul wakens, and then the instructions flow from the Lord, and that's how he finds his path. In between there are many more incidents which are interesting. And then the first chapter is about alternate mother. Alternate mother is what happens is that the scene starts with Vichita and Suchita. These are two ladies, and there is one Chitta. Chitta is his child, and actually Suchita has given birth to Chitta, and Vichita is holding the child, and she is trying to have control or love towards the child, and the child is also totally engrossed and is thinking Vichita is his mother, and is very happy in its hand. So now Baba, his wife, and the whole community has come down to find out a solution to get to, because Suchita feels that she has lost a child to Vichita because of some black magic, because a child is feeling attached to her. So, but Baba is unable to find any kind of solution to this, so he decides to go to the ancestral hilltop, and then ask from the ancestors for some answers. So at the same time, it has been more than 41 years since Hanuman has come the last time, and they are all preparing to meet Hanuman after doing many austerities throughout this 41 years. Those who were very chaste and who really followed all the principles, they will all get to see Hanuman. So they all go to the ancestral hill to find out a solution for this problem of Chitta being attached to Vichita and not Suchita, and Vichita also claiming that Chitta is her child, though she has not given birth to him. So then they move to the hill. He throws a rope onto the hilltop, and they doesn't get to see the rope attached and coming down. So they wait there at the bottom of the hilltop, and suddenly there is a soft rope which falls. They hold to it, and they reach the top of the hill. The Baba finds Hanuman. Immediately he loses all his control. He rolls around and moves like that. On seeing God, people react in many different ways. He reacts differently, and then he comes back to his senses. And then they tell this problem. Actually, they go to the top of the hill to consult their ancestors. Ancestors are supposed to be living in the negative coordinates of time. Negative coordinates of time ancestors live. So this is an information. Okay, then actually they see Hanuman, After seeing Hanuman, they come to realize that it's 41 years and it's time for Hanuman to come and give them some instructions. And then they first of all tell about this Chitta's problem, and then Hanuman says, Chitta is happy in the hands of Vichita, so why are you all bothered? So Baba says, Chitta is just his child. How can he decide who know who his real mother is? Maybe there is some black magic that Vijita has done. That's why he's not moving, going back to his own mother. But then Hanuman and the baby himself laughs, and then he says his previous birth, his life, that he was a saint, and he chose this life of, you know, to remain 15 days in the with Vichita as mother and 15 days in the hands of Suchita as mother, because he wanted to attain moksha in his next life. So it is chosen by the child, and the child is only in appearance a small thing, but it has got a soul, and that soul has been living, and it has had many lives. So that's how they say that what may be right for this birth, it was pre-decided, it was predestined for that person, and it was his choice in the previous birth. So what he saw some red tunnel and green tunnel, as he was a saint in the previous birth, and then God gives him a choice either to choose the red tunnel reality or the green tunnel reality. Where red tunnel reality, he sees some women who is dying of cancer, and a child who is very no not in good shape, and then a husband and a doctor. And in the green tunnel he sees the same family, but they are all very well and fine, and they are coming back from working in the farm to come for lunch. So first he moves through the red tunnel, then he moves through the green tunnel, then he passes over parallelly from the red tunnel to the green tunnel. Then there are streaks of red tunnel inside the green tunnel. So what happens is he can still remember the red tunnel part in the green tunnel, so it's confusing him. So he comes out of the red tunnel, moves through the green tunnel, experiences the green tunnel reality, and then he goes to under a tree, and then he loses his life. He dies after quenching his thirst and something like that, and he passes away. Then when he reaches God, God asks him what does he want, and he says he wants moksha. So for that moksha, to achieve that moksha in the next life, he has to go through, God gives him 6 types of realities. Either to be born to Vichita and to live with Vichita itself and be happy for a long time and then reach his goal, or born to Suchita, be happy with Suchita and live life with him, or born and this one being sad, born with Vichita or Suchita, or either of them being sad, or born with Vichita or Suchita, both of them being non-attached to him. So but he chose the sixth reality, where he is born to Sujita, and then he lives with Sujita, lives with Vichita, and then he feels when he's with her, the other feels sad, and when he's with her, the other one feels sad. So this reality will help him to reach his goal faster. So that's how he chooses that life, and that's how Chitta is, though a small child, it is a big old soul. So it knows what it is doing. Wherever it is happy, let it remain. So Vichita and Sujita's problem is solved, and Sujita is also happy, because after 15 days, he is going to come back to, the child is going to come back to her. So the problem was solved. This is the alternate mother, chapter 1.